Welcome viewers to Daytona Milton Keynes, when you join us for the 12th round of the 2025 season, and we are using the Linkback and Cliff Drop layout for the first time today. You join us in this video for the opening race of the day, which will see all three classes on track together at once, and it's Archie Bullard who put it on pole position in the one-shot qualifying set, a 1:11.2. Yes, this is a very, very long track indeed. And it's Daniel Varlan who's qualified on the front row alongside Archie. Julius Stankowiak, meanwhile, is starting in P3 alongside Frederick Burden. Frederick Burden is a regular here at Daytona Milton Keynes, as well as being a regular in this series. While Draper has qualified down in 5th place. He's our National Junior Championship leader coming into this round. Finn Irons, meanwhile, is starting in P6, whilst Alfie Shrub starting in 7th place on row 4 alongside Nihal Joy. Laston Lupton then rounding out the junior field, starting in 9th. And it's Louis Draper who's then put it on pole position in the lightweight class. They'll be having a staggered start and starting 20 seconds after the junior class. So it's Louis on pole position alongside Milton Keynes champion James King, whilst Adam Horton is starting in P3. This is his local circuit. We're hoping for a good result today. He's got a fellow Adam starting alongside him in 4th position on row 2 of the lightweight grid, whilst Callum Mendelo is starting in P5 alongside Andreas Dimitriadis. Adam Prosser is then starting in 7th place in the lightweight race, whilst Ross Sandwell is starting on pole position in the heavyweight race. He put it on pole with a 1:13, whilst Dave Rollins is starting alongside him on the front row of the grid. Those two were battling it out all throughout Butmore Park round 9 a couple of months ago. Kyle Gaffney is then starting in 3rd place in the heavyweight race alongside Sol Gregory, who's making his first visit to the circuit, while Samuel Bennett is starting alongside his unrelated namesake Mike Bennett on row 3 of the grid.
So our juniors are gearing up to get ready for the first race of the day here at Milton Keynes in the Elite Karting Series. Archie Bullard's on pole position. He'll be joined by Daniel Varlan on the front row of the grid, keeping an eye on the lights for the race starts. And there is the green flag. We're underway in Milton Keynes. Daniel Varlan gets the jump on Archie Bullard into the first corner, but Bullard with that inside line is going to fight it here into the second corner. Julius Stankowiak on the inside line is actually going to make contact with Archie Bullard, who falls down the order a little bit. He slots into 3rd. Freddie Burden ends up in 4th at the moment as we get ready to go with our lightweights as they get underway. Callum Mendelo riding on board with him, watches the field stream through into the second corner. Battle for the lead, however, as James King looks to take it ahead of Louis Draper, and does into turn number 4. The heavyweights now getting underway with Dave Rollins alongside Ross Sandwell on the front row of the grid, and Ross gets the jump fairly easily into the first corner. So that was fairly straightforward for Ross Sandwell, but it is Archie Bullard trying to fight back in the field as Julius Stankowiak leads at the top of the overall pack.
Yeah, it's a 5-second penalty, unfortunately, for Julius Stankowiak for that instance, with Archie Bullard then going into turn 2. Then, unfortunately, she was not far enough alongside Archie going into that corner, made contact with him, pushed him out of the way, and he's now dropped down to 3rd place, whilst Julia has received a 5-second penalty, which at the moment will drop right down to the back of the junior field. But as we come to the end of lap number 1 then in the junior class, there's Jack Redfern who goes slightly inside of Frederick Burden. Where did he just come from? He was running in 5th, flew up the inside of Frederick Burden there, very much overshot it. He's dropped back down to 5th, but it is Julius Stankowiak, like I say, with that 5-second penalty hanging over, currently running in 1st place ahead of Daniel Varlan. You've got Archie Bullard in 3rd, and then Frederick Burden, he's now running in 4th place. Daniel Varlan now goes on the inside of Julius Stankowiak going in to turn number 4. Jack Rover meanwhile gets through on Freddie Burden. He's now up into 4th place, whilst Archie Bullard goes side by side with Daniel Varlan going into the Linkback hairpin. This is a prime overtaking spot here. First time we are using the Linkback hairpin here at Milton Keynes, but he stays behind there as Archie Bullard's now pressuring him going into turn number 7, and Archie Bullard is through and back up in 2 seconds.
So 10 minutes to go in the race. You can see there Julia leading, but actually effectively Archie Bullard in the lead of this race. There is a battle as Jack Redfern tries to go down the inside line. There can't quite find a way through, so the juniors stay as they are at the moment. We're going to head back to Callum Mendelo for a minute at the bottom of the field, because he's been doing some battling throughout this race. But back to the juniors, there's a move actually down the inside line. Archie Bullard going to get overtaken as that is a fantastic move, and Archie Bullard moves down into 3rd, Luke.
Yeah, Daniel Varlan, great move there going into turn 10. He is back up into 2nd place. Archie thought he was making forward progress then on that lap, but Daniel Varlan has got him back. He's back up into 2nd. Jack Roper now, he's the championship rival of Archie Bullard. He's leading the National Junior Championship coming in to today. And Jack Roper, he's now pressuring Archie is heading to turn 5. This train of 4 cars all battling out for second place, allowing Julia to get away. Archie Bullard now at the inside of Daniel Varlan coming out of turn 5. He's going to have the inside now going into the Linkback hairpin. He's going to be the last one on the brakes, yes indeed. And Jack Redfern, he sneaked through too. Great move that is by Jack Redfern. Saw the overtake happening in front. He said, don't mind if I do, I will follow you through. So Jack Redfern then covering through the field was down in 5th place at the end of lap number 1, but he's now up into 3rd position. But as you were just touching upon in the lightweight field, it's James King who's broken clear of the pack of cars. It's in Louis Draper who's broken clear in 2nd place within the lightweight class, and it's Adam Barras who's now running in 3rd place, just ahead of Adam Horton, who's a local here at Daytona Milton Keynes, and then Callum Mendelow running in P5. Meanwhile, in the heavyweight class, we've got Ross Sandwell who's broken clear from Dave Rollins. Dave Rollins also a local here at Milton Keynes. Dave running in P2 at the moment, and then we've got a whole train of cars behind him. We've got Samuel Bennett, Carl Gaffney, Mike Bennett and Sol Gregory all right behind him as they battle out in the heavyweight class.
Archie Bullard under pressure from Jack Redfern as Redfern tries to go to the outside line into turn 4 but can't quite find a way through, so the juniors once again stay as they are for the time being. Actually Redfern has a little bit of time now, I think, out of turn 4. We're on board with Freddie Burden as he watches the drivers just in front of him, still line astern in the junior class. James Kingham's still leading in the lightweights. We'll keep an eye on this battle though, because I think fancy that might be the most interesting one on the field at the moment. As you can see, Redfern really pushing Bullard down into the Cliff Drop chicane, and then up into what is the international layouts, turn number 8, then down the railway straight. And again, still no way through. Might battle this time by Freddie Burden, watches them crest over the hill. Stankowiak with about a second lead or so, I'd say, as they go into turn 9. Redfern gets a bit of a run. Can he dive one in the inside into turn number 10? I don't think he's going to be able to. And wanting to push forward, not knowing about Stankowiak's penalty at this stage, of course, but I think there's going to be no way through for these guys.
Yeah, these guys doing a good job here of working together to catch up to Julia. As we saw, they were battling in the early stages and they were losing ground, but they're doing a good job now working together to catch back up to her. And this is, well, pretty much a four-way fight for the lead now, make it a five-way fight if you include Freddie Burden, who's just slightly off the back of the train of cars for the time being. We see him well with Sol Gregory down in 6th place in the heavyweight class. He's got a battle going on in front of him between Mike Bennett and Carl Gaffney. Mike Bennett, look at the inside of Carl Gaffney going in to turn number 9, but Carl stays ahead for this moment in time whilst Dave Rollins further ahead in the heavyweight class. He's now running up in 2nd place, doing a good job here, pulling away from the pack of cars behind. But back in the junior class, Archie Bullard now, he's caught up to the back of Julia Stankowiak, was looking at the inside of her then, coming out of the Cliff Drop chicane, thought better of it. Julia now going defensive as they head down the railway straight. There's 3 cars bumper to bumper right now. These are our top 3 in the championship as well, as Julia Stankowiak goes wide, going through turn 9. That gives her the inside though. For turn 10, Jack Redfern, he's up the inside. Great move that is, very opportunistic from him, and he is through into 2nd position on Archie Bullard. What a drive this is by Jack Redfern. Was 5th at the end of lap number 1. He is now up to 2nd. Great move that was. Daniel Varlan now is right on the back of Archie Bullard as he tries to get through as well and up into 3rd.
So that was a fantastic bit of racing, wasn't it? And somehow Julia Stankowiak still leading the way here, but Redfern trying to do something about that as he goes down the inside line. Might have the exit here out of turn 5, but Stankowiak's got him covered off for the time being. Bullard still in the fight, but not quite able to find a way through at this stage in the race. Now, of course, it's really important to know that they won't know about Stankowiak's penalty at this point, so Redfern is going to want to get it done on the circuit just in case there's any appeals or anything as well after that. But they're all together now. Archie Bullard trying to get past Redfern into turn number 8, or try and get the exit down onto the railway straight, and actually Redfern looks like he's got a pretty good exit. Goes to the outside line of Julia Stankowiak into turn number 9. They'll bang bumpers through that part of the track, and Bullard gets alongside, so now Redfern has to switch to going defensive into turn number 10. The switchback doesn't quite present itself for Archie Bullard, so they stay as they were on the previous lap.
Callum Mendelow's just got through as well as that was happening at the inside of Adam Horton, so he's now up into 4th place in the lightweight class. Callum Mendelow already been crowned our Southern lightweight champion, doing a good job here coming through the field. But whilst that's going on, there's a move for the lead now in the junior class as Jack Redfern's gone flying up the inside of Julia Stankowiak, and Archie Bullard, he's got through on them both, but Daniel Varlan's got through on Julia Stankowiak too, so Julia Stankowiak has got dive bomb then going into turn 4, and she's back up the inside of Jack Redfern there. She got dive bomb by Jack Redfern, who's trying to get back through now on Daniel Varlan. There's a bit of a bump and pass there between Julius Stankovic and Jack Redfern as Freddie Burden goes flying over the curb. They're coming out of the Linkback hairpin now. Jack Redfern back up the inside of Julius Stankovic. Archie Bullard must be looking behind and going, what on earth are you all doing? You're all having a punch up. I was in third just a second ago and now I'm miles off in the lead as Jack Redfern is still battling it out with Julius Stankovic, and he finally now is through into second position. He did make rather a hash, to be honest, of that move for the lead, ended up losing a place in the process and completely lost touch with his championship rival Archie Bullard, as Daniel Varlan is still side by side with Freddie Burden heading into turn number 10, but Freddie Burden has sealed it off now. Has he? Oh no, he has not. I was going to say he's now in to fourth place, but Daniel Varlan coming back around the outside of Freddie Burden, then coming into the final corner. He's now back up the inside again as they head through turn one. There's a fantastic race in between these two, and Daniel Varlan, he is back now in to fourth position. Is Freddie Burden going to go straight back for the move at the inside? Yes, he is indeed, going into turn number 4. Gets pushed slightly into the sides there by Daniel Varlan, who did not know he was there, and that in fact has lost Freddie a whole load of momentum, and he is now sunk down. Whilst that was going on, Dave Rollins has been overtaken in the heavyweight class. Samuel Bennett has just got through on him, and he's now got a car on his outside. I believe that is Mike Bennett who's trying to get around the outside of Dave Rollins. They head now into turn number 10 to bring to an end of their lap number 8. Dave's at the head of a train of cars here, so not only has he got Mike Bennett right behind him, but you can see further back from Sol Gregory, he's also got Carl Gaffney and Sol behind him too, so this is a four-way fight for third position in the heavyweight class. Dave holding them all up at the moment. Is anyone going to get through? Yes, they are indeed. As I say, that Mike Bennett goes up his inside, going into turn number 4. Is Mike going to be able to seal it off? No, he's not. So Mike lost a lot of speed there on the apex of the corner by going up the inside, bogged down on the exit. Dave has held on to third place for the time being. You can see Samuel Bennett off in the distance. He has checked out in this heavyweight race. He should finish in a comfortable P2. Ross Sandwell so far ahead that you can't even see him. He's miles off ahead in the heavyweight class. In fact, he's quite close to the back of the lightweight field. So Ross Sandwell flying here at Daytona Milton Keynes. If he does well today, he will be crowned the Southern Heavyweight Champion and will almost certainly be crowned the National Heavyweight Champion as well the next round at Three Sisters if he puts in a good result today. So Ross Sandwell doing a fantastic job here on the brink of wrapping up the Southern Heavyweight title. But back in the junior field, we've got Callum Mendelow. He's got a car right in front of him. That is his teammate Louis Draper. And Callum's doing a good job here. He's caught up. As I say, that Dave Rollins has been overtaken by Mike Bennett going in to turn number 9. So Mike Bennett just flew up the inside there. It was a good move by him, but Mike Bennett now up in at 2 P3. He was just saying Callum Mendelow, he's caught up to his teammate Louis Draper. Louis in third place, Callum in fourth, doing a good job here. He was down in fifth early on. He's already been crowned our Southern Lightweight Champion this year, and he's eyeing up the National Lightweight crown. Like with Ross, he could win the national title at Three Sisters next time out. So Callum doing a really good job here, running in fourth and catching up to the back of his teammate.
Looks like it will be the last lap of the race this time by. Just waiting for confirmation on the board that it is indeed the last lap. It looks like it is. So Archie Bullard looking very comfortable. No penalties coming his way as far as we understand. So Jack Redfern in second position and has got just a few corners to try and catch up to Archie. Looking unlikely at the moment. Daniel Varlan and Julius Stankovic will be battling, but again, that time penalty to Julius Stankovic, it's not going to have much effect at all. So we'll keep an eye on this Dave Rollins Mike Bennett battle for fourth position I should say, but looks like Dave Rollins has lost a bit of time now as well. So I think really best bet is following our juniors back to the line when they come back round in a couple of moments time as the heavyweights will go to start their final lap of the race. Juniors making their way out of turn number 8. Let's see how they re-emerge. Archie Bullard with a fairly comfortable gap to Jack Redfern. That's going to be insurmountable in the next couple of corners. And you can see Jack Redfern, despite closing up a bit under the brakes, is going to be way too far back. So Archie Bullard, rounding the final corner, is going to take victory here in the first race of the day. It's a very calm and measured drive from Archie. Jack Redfern in second position is there down the inside line. Looks like there's contact as Freddie Burden gets tangled up. I believe it's not Freddie Burden, excuse me, it's Alfie Shrub who gets tangled up with Nihal Joy towards the line. I'm not sure what happened there, Luke.
Yeah, a bit of a take up there by Nihal Joy, but he did wait for him straight. Well, we couldn't really not wait for him. He was stuck in the side of him, and it is Alfie Shrub who held on to the position. As a result, Nihal Joy has only been awarded a bumping warning for that, but yeah, otherwise quite a clumsy move there going into turn number 10. But in the lightweight class, Callum Menlo just come across the line right behind his teammate Louis Draper. Callum Menlo coming home in 4th place, Louis Draper in 3rd. Adam Barros was off in the distance in 2nd place at the end, and James King even further off in the distance out in the lead of the race. But as we were saying, there's Ross Sandwell comes across the line and he wins in the heavyweight race, while Simon Bennett now comes up the final corner. He's coming across the line now in 2nd position, with Mike Bennett now coming across the line just ahead of this train of cars in 3rd place, just ahead of Dave Rollins, with Carl Gaffney and Sol Gregory right behind. It's Archie Bullard then who took the victory in the junior class, just 6/10 ahead of Jack Redfern, who had a great charge back through the field in that race, having dropped down to 5th at the start, came back through to nearly win that race. Daniel Varlan came home in 3rd place then after breaking clear of the pack behind, whilst Frederick Burden finished in P4. Ulyss Stankovic meanwhile dropped down to P5 after receiving that 5-second bump and pass penalty. Alfie Schubb then came home in 6th place after that incident with Nihal Joy right at the end there. Alfie held on to 6th, with Nihal coming home in 7th, and then Aston Lupton and Finn Irons had issues which meant they did not finish the race. James King meanwhile won in the lightweight class. He also caught up to the back of the junior field. He was flying in that race and won the light race by nearly 10 seconds ahead of Adam Barros, who held off a train of carts behind him. Louis Draper came home in 3rd place, just ahead of his teammate Callum Menlo, with Adam Horton then coming home close behind in 5th, whilst Adam Prosser did a fantastic job on his first ever visit to Daytona Milton Keynes to finish in 6th place ahead of Andreas Dimitriades. Ross Sandwell meanwhile dominated the heavyweight race, winning by nearly 6 seconds ahead of Samuel Bennett, with Mike Bennett then breaking free of the carts behind to finish in P3 ahead of Dave Rollins, with then Carl Gaffney and Sol Gregory rounding out the field.